New banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage.
You're Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo. What's going on? What's going on? It is Tuesday night, and we are the Tuesday night delight. We are the Tuesday night fight. We are the comics of the knuckleheads. We are the reviewers of the knuckleheads. We are the doers of the knuckleheads, and we are the pursuers of the knuckleheads. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Hit the like button.
Bitch. What's going on? It's your boy Toe Tags, and Cap is in the building. What's going on, Cap?
Not much, man. Counting down them days.
I hear that, because next week you will be going to Comic-Con.
Yep. Next week I got a live show of Critical Role, their biggest live show that's probably ever gonna. Well, up to this point, the biggest live show they're gonna have, which I'm gonna be in attendance for. We got Comic-Con next week. It is gonna be, what's that word? Starts with an F. Fire.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say hoodwinkle.
What?
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's start off with some fire news. Some news that you might be excited for. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 premieres in 6 months.
6 months.
Are you excited?
Not at the moment. Hit me up again with 2 months to go.
All right. Good.
You know what it is? 6 months is too far out. For me personally, there's other things coming up before then. It's like I got to get through these before I can hit Daredevil.
No, I hear you.
6 months is a long time for Marvel to fuck up something and be like, oh, we got to do reshoots because Vincent D'Onofrio wants to play the Black Panther now. Like,
Yo, so all right, I got two different subjects. I want to hear your thoughts if you know anything about the Absolute Batman and the Absolute Batman run, or like Absolute DC or whatever. Because apparently now the Joker is like a fucking monster or something.
yeah. So the only thing I know is that the Absolute Universe is DC's answer to the Ultimate Universe. So you know how in the Ultimate Universe you got everybody here, but they're slightly off.
Yeah.
DC did that same shit where they have their Absolute Universe, and it's slightly off.
I mean, it don't seem like it's slightly off. The fucking Batman is a poor guy. There's just brolic now. Superman is never raised by the Kents.
I'm saying slightly. I'm saying slightly in comic book terms.
I get it. Yeah, but it just looks weird to me.
Well, that's because everybody in the Absolute Universe, for some reason, has one panel where they just go like this.
Ah. Ricky Stark.
Oh, I was gonna say $10 for anybody in the chat who could say what that was.
Also, I don't know how deep you went into the rabbit hole. I have not gone into this rabbit hole, but I keep seeing the rabbit hole, and everyone is connecting the dots to Iron Man in one form or another has already fought or interacted with Dr. Doom in the Infinity Saga somehow. It's like he knew Dr. Doom was there, or he fought Dr. Doom or something. I don't know if it's the same shit how they came up with that bullshit of how he fought Kang. You know, there was dates on the time machine, and he went back in time and stopped Kang from doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
For one, I have not heard any of these rabbit holes at all.
Yeah,
I'm looking at I'm looking at shit right now, and I haven't heard any of that. That's people who are just so desperate to prove that Marvel is bringing back Iron Man, when the biggest swerve of them all is, guys, I think he's actually just playing Victor Von Doom. There is no setup for an Iron Man. And if I was Marvel, despite what the fan base wants and what the fan base would do, pull the trigger fully. He's Victor Von Doom now, nobody else. And when Iron Man shows up in Secret War, it's either Tom Cruise or somebody else in that motherfucking suit. It's not Robert Downey Jr.
in Iron Man.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that would be something people fucking scream for.
Hey, and what do you have to lose? Captain America, nobody really gave a shit about. Thunderbolts was good, but ultimately nobody gave a shit about. Fantastic Four was good, but people still had a problem with it. You're not doing anything to turn this around. Might as well just fucking do what you do and let the chips fall where they may now.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit anymore? Just tell the stories you want to tell.
At this point, yeah. Shit, but we've been saying shit like that, but to me, I think that whole thought process of Iron Man went back in time and fought Dr. Doom because he saw some shit in the thing. I think that's bullshit. I think that's just a bunch of fucking Iron Man fans that are trying to make him seem like he's bigger than what he was. Like he's the ultimate superhero. Because if he could go into the future and stop Doctor Doom from doing something, right? Let's just say that. Then that means Doctor Doom is not a threat because
Yeah.
he couldn't stop Thanos.
Yeah. He needed every single fucking person alive to go and help stop Thanos.
And he couldn't do it.
Again, this is just fans hoping and wishing. You know what it is? They refuse to let go of what the fuck we had. We had the perfect story. That book is done. We're now in a different book. We're reading a different book. If this book is not to your liking, that's fine. You can always go back and reread the other book. But don't try to tell me that we're continuing a story that concluded in a different book.
Yeah. Because it's got to be a way for these people to just hold on to shit because they want so badly for everybody to go back to the way it was. It's crazy. Everybody wants change. They want new shit, but then when new shit happens, they want to go back to the old shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Chris Evans as Captain America and the old Avengers and shit like that, but we're on the part where people gone now. They did their due diligence. We need more. There are more heroes. And how many? We can't get to the X-Men if we're still living in the past. You know what I'm saying? But that was. I never watched any of those videos because I don't want, for some reason, Doomsday to be ruined. And I don't know how it would ruin it, but
Don't watch any videos because there's already videos of actors either saying shit outright by mistake or covertly not saying anything, and we're still like, oh, okay, I know what he's talking about, even though I know what he didn't say. Looking at you, Alan Cummings.
Thing confirmed. Shit, but yeah, that's something I always want. Like I've been wanting to ask you for the last couple of weeks, but I just keep forgetting about it. But yeah, the Spider-Man movie. Is any news of them refilming? Like, did they finish?
He's still injured from what I know. The only big news is who potentially Sadie Sink, one of the female actresses that I think is in the fuck is that show where with 11 and the kids? It's on Netflix. They fought Vecna last season.
Oh, Stranger
Things, yeah. So Sadie Sink is from Stranger Things. She's in the new Spider-Man movie, and the fans think they know who she's playing, and it's a villainous character.
Okay.
That's as far as I go to tell you.
But they haven't started refilming, or they're just filming other shit while he's out.
You would think that they might just say, all right, well, he's not here, but let's film everything else.
Yeah.
But I mean, how much of the movie is really without him?
That's true. Well, I don't know if you know this, but the guy who plays Daredevil, well, the Netflix Daredevil series characters are gonna be at New York Comic Con the 11th and the 12th. They're
What
gonna
days
be
are the 11th and 12th?
Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be there Saturday.
Yeah, so you'll get Charlie Cox, Deborah Ann Wall, Mike Cogler, Christian Rittner, and Vincent D'Onofrio.
So that's Foggy. No, I don't think he said Foggy's name.
No,
That's
so Jessica Jones.
Yeah, Jessica Jones, Daredevil,
Daredevil,
Karen Page,
Karen Page, Kingpin,
Kingpin.
and Luke Cage.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If Saturday I can swing it, you now tell the people how eager I am to go and see any of the celebrities that are there at Comic-Con.
Not very.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
don't. There was a chance where I can go meet Bret Hart, one of my favorite wrestlers, and I didn't take it because I was like, whatever. If I could swing meeting Deborah Ann Wall, I might actually try to fucking do that.
That's Jessica Jones?
That's Karen Page.
Karen Page.
Not only because she's Karen Page, but because she's big in the D&D space.
Okay.
And I would, that's one person I'd be like, all right, I'll stand in line and try to meet her. I might even bring one of my minis and be like, hey, can you sign this case that I have it in?
That'd be dope. Yeah. So from the Netflix series to the animated series, apparently in an interview discussing the film, Brad Winterbond confirmed that the new seasons of X-Men 97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will release every year.
Wait a minute. So we're getting 97, 98, 99, 2000? Or are we just getting a season every year?
New seasons of X-Men 97 and Your Friendly. Yeah, so I think every year there's going to be a new season.
Okay.
Notice folks giving James Gunn a pass for making racist jokes in Peacemaker. If this was anybody else, folks would want them to be canceled. Kevin, we're gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna let Cap answer this the mature way and the comic book way. But I think because that the joke was that the Nazis won, everyone's okay with it.
Well, so here's the inside baseball part of it. He already got canceled by Disney and kicked out of the Guardians for comments he's made in the past, joking comments where he was just trying to be edgy and saying shit for shit's sake. And when they actually did the review of what he said and all that shit and how he meant it, they obviously let him back to finish out Guardians 3, and then DC hired him to run this whole thing. At this point, in regards to Peacemaker, they're telling a specific story, and those things need to be in there. Now, we're going to get into Peacemaker. We're finally going to start talking about Peacemaker tonight, or well, we're going to talk about him tonight. I have not seen anything that I was like, whoa, that's too far. And to be completely honest, when I read the question and you said making racial jokes, my initial thought was where? Like, there's not one thing that was said until the last episode, which wasn't even said. Well, yeah, no, they said, yeah. But there was nothing up before that point that I can pinpoint and go, they said that. They said this.
That was, I guess the racial joke was the fact that how overboard that was when they saw the black woman.
Yeah, but we'll get to why that is, though.
Yeah. But so in the comics, Peacemaker is a race.
No.
His father's a race.
No.
His
That's not his father.
Oh.
They added shit in. That's
Okay.
not Peacemaker's father in the comics.
But the red dragon or the blue dragon is a race.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta love them barnyard similes. What movie's that from?
I have no fucking clue.
Danny DeVito said it.
Oh, that makes it even better because,
All right,
dude, there's only two
you see,
movies of Danny DeVito's I know I watched from beginning to end, and that's Twins and that's Batman Returns.
all right. So I know you've seen this movie. I'm gonna give you the scene. You see a nice woman, you like the way she looks. You go to her like a rooster with an itch.
Okay, no, I got it now. Yeah, Renaissance Man. That's the third movie.
Yeah, I know you've seen that shit.
Yeah, all right. Yo, I haven't heard that shit in so long. This above all to thy known self be true.
That's right. I say that shit all the time. We go to like a rooster with an itch, and people look at me like I'm crazy, and I just go, "You gotta love them barnyard similes."
Now I get it. One time, man. That's all you gotta tell me. Just tell me one time.
I was watching Scarface today. But yeah, so all right, we got off track with the last question, but I think it's gonna be every year. There's gonna be a new season of X-Men dropping, but does that mean they're gonna constantly be doing it? Or is it going to be, this is like, let's say next year, X-Men 97 comes out. And then the year after that, Spider-Man comes out. And then the year after that, X-Men. And then the year after that, Spider-Man. Like, is there going to be every year there's going to be one of these fucking seasons coming out? Or
this is my best guess. Every year, we're going to get a Spider-Man and we're going to get an X-Men cartoon until Kevin Feige gets pissed off that those cartoons are doing better than his movies, and he pulls the plug on the whole shit and goes, sorry, the cartoons were ruining my fucking movies.
Just like how he did the same shit with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah, no, do you know the TV side that was doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? They wanted to do their own thing, and Kevin Feige was like, yo, at the time, they're like, we don't give a fuck about TV. You're not even a part of us. And there was massive infighting between the TV side of Marvel and the fucking movie side of Marvel until Disney Plus took off and they were like, yo, we need content. So then Kevin Feige was like, all right, so then just take movies that we would have done and just make them the first, what do you call it, WandaVision was episodic only because it was riffing off of episodic sitcoms. Loki was a movie that was just cut up in 6 parts. Winter Soldier and Falcon was a movie that was just cut up in 6 parts. Werewolf by Night is a short film.
Yeah.
Like all these things are different formats of storytelling that were just chopped up to fit the fucking streaming episodic model that they needed.
And
yo, you know why Daredevil works so well? Daredevil actually brought in a fucking real TV showrunner to manage all the fucking episodes and the output and to manage the season to make sure everything flowed correctly.
So they actually made a show with someone who knows how to make shows.
Yeah, they actually made a TV show. They didn't just make a movie and go, all right, this first 20 minutes is episode 1, this next 20 minutes is episode 2.
And wait, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was the regular TV show.
Yeah, but that was before the whole Kevin Feige's in charge of everything. That was a separate umbrella underneath the Disney TV part. That it technically wasn't part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They tried to do the tie-ins early because they needed people to watch the show. But if you look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the majority of it has nothing to do with the TV shows.
Yeah, it actually has stuff to do with
or with the movies, I should say.
Yeah, it actually has stuff to do with the actual like Shield agency in the comics. Like
Yeah.
the Kree, the Skrull, the fucking going back in time.
It's fucking weird because it looks like we're gonna tell whatever story we want. Fuck, a Marvel movie's coming out, so put some guys in here. Hey, remember the movie's coming out, and then they get back to telling the story they want to tell.
Shit. I know they ended the series with the whole going back in time. I think that last series ended pretty dope.
You know, I
Is
still
that-
haven't seen that last season.
Didn't we watch it together?
No,
Oh, you didn't watch it.
I didn't
Like,
watch
me
it.
and
at
Dad
all.
watched. I think you would have enjoyed it because I didn't see that coming. Because they had something that happened that I didn't see coming until like the last 2 episodes. Like, oh, this makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? So
Once,
act- like-
once they went into space
yeah,
with the Kree, I was like, yo, they lost me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
that was a little. But then remember they went into the thing with the stone, and I understand storytelling matters from the MCU, but right now people is easy to get offended by everything they put out. They're going to play it safe. Just make so you can't always play it safe. Like everyone gets offended with something, but you have to realize that you have to tell us. Well, you have to tell a story, and the story has to have some continuity to it. Like you can't have a story of racism and the Nazis winning the war and taking over the universe in this universe without some kind of racial undertone to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't it's like having a serial killer that doesn't kill anybody. Like you at that point when it's the purpose for the story, you can't worry about getting people mad or offended. Like they have to know what they're walking into here.
Yeah, and specifically with the MCU, if you play it safe, you're not going to attract the casual fan, because the casual fan is going to be like, well, this is just boring, and they don't give a shit. And then you're going to lose the diehard fans like me, because I'm like, yo, you're never doing anything fucking interesting. You're never doing anything good. So now you've lost everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Back in the fucking 80s and 90s when I grew up, the term "sticks and stones will break my bones, but words may never hurt me," that actually fucking meant something.
Yeah.
That actually fucking meant something.
And
Like, just because somebody says some shit, okay. Am I saying don't have any feelings whatsoever? No. You can have your reactions. Right? But perfect example. I know this is old, but this is the best example that I can think of right now. Chris Rock saying that Jada Pinkett Smith looks like she's gonna play in G.I. Jane 2 because her head was bald. Even with her alopecia, is not a fucking thing to get offended by.
Yeah.
If you're offended by that, you don't know fucking anything, because what did he say? You have a bald head and you look like you're going to be in the sequel to a movie about the first woman who was a fucking Navy SEAL. Oh, how offended I am. I just said you're going to play a badass fucking female Navy SEAL in a movie. Ooh.
And if you're gonna get offended, she could I can understand a normal person going through alopecia and it's maybe hard and you have to deal with certain things, you're self-conscious or whatever, and he says a joke like that. But from what we understand, Chris Rock and them are kind of close to each other, or they know about each other. I don't think Chris Rock would have said that if he would have known that she's was dealing with it, like if she's a burn patient or burn victim or something. You know what I'm saying?
But
and also that's not means to go smack
yeah.
in the but
But
You
to
can't live.
that point, to anybody who does have alopecia, and it is finding it hard to get through because of the effects it has, and maybe it is affecting your self-esteem and all that. By all means, I'm not saying that alopecia is something that is inconsequential. I'm saying that joke was inconsequential.
Yeah.
So if you didn't find that joke funny, that's 100% within your fuck. Go ahead. I'm not saying anything
Yeah, I
about
mean,
the
yeah, you
fact
don't have to find it funny.
that Jada didn't find it funny. That's, you're well within your right to not find it funny.
Yeah.
But
Not
an
every joke is funny.
outrage
Yeah.
in that, like when it's something like that, when they're not making fun of you having it, and the butt of the joke is again you doing something that has nothing to do with alopecia, but it has something to do with just random stupid X afterwards. Don't like the joke, cool.
Yeah, and if
But
I
I mean, come on, you gotta be a little tougher.
yeah, I mean,
We gotta
also,
get back to building a little thicker skin now.
yeah, also, she wore her hair like that. If she had a wig and he said it, then it could have been, like, all right, you're reaching here, whatever. She's covering it up, whatever case may be. She like, I walk out with my head bald. People call me baldy. I'm not gonna start fucking smacking everybody.
Yeah.
Like, just because something you have doesn't mean that's something that you are.
Think
Like,
about it.
the whole calling people the racial slurs. You let that affect you how you let that affect you. I think some people get the outrage from hearing it, not because they're offended by it, because they know they're justified in reacting to it. So, like, if somebody said the N-word and you got a bunch of fucking guys, go ahead, say it again, and they're beating up the guy because he said the N-word. It's not because he said the N-word. It's because it's justifiable now that I could beat the shit out of him because he called me a nigga.
Yeah. So with that, it's all. I'm gonna bring back my two favorite words. It's context and nuance, right? There are certain situations in which the person saying it in a specific context, yeah, you get your ass whooped. That's not when you don't fucking say it like that.
Yeah.
But Vince McMahon saying it on TV, that's, I mean, again, you don't have to like the joke, but that's not something to get in a tizzy. Because now, ponder this, right? Like the Oracle said in the Matrix, right? Let this bake your noodle. If she didn't have alopecia and she just shaved her head because she liked the look, is that joke still outrageous? Is that joke still warrant Will Smith walking up on stage and smacking the shit out of Chris Rock?
Yeah.
No. That in and of itself tells you that the joke was inoffensive.
Yeah. Because he was making fun of the hairstyle, not the cause of the hairstyle.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know she had that. I just thought, because I don't have social media, I don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
I just thought that she was that's the look she was going for.
And she had that look all the time.
She always had short hair.
Yeah. I think, what was it? The Matrix. In the city, she had long hair.
Braids and shit.
Yeah, but she even wore it where it was like shortish.
Yeah.
But yeah, but all right, moving on from that. Kevin, appreciate you commenting. There's a picture here from a comic book page. It's Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan, and Kyle Renner standing in front of Guy Gardner's grave. And Jon Stewart goes 4 legs of a table. Hal Jordan goes 4 walls of a house. Kyle Renner says 4 seats in a Mustang GT. Then it goes off for them and it goes to the grave and it says the 4 corpsemen. And then Hal Jordan goes forever. And they're all holding up the four fingers. I think that's an actual, like, kind of dope sentiment in comics. And I'll show you
Yo, that is dope because despite the fact, excuse me, despite the fact that we say Kyle Renner is an asshole, not Kyle, Guy Gardner is an asshole. He is one of the original new continuity Green Lanterns. Because remember, the Golden Age Green Lantern is Alan Scott, and that's a different version of the Lantern. The actual Lantern Corps, I think Guy technically was second after Hal, then Stewart, then Kyle. So he is a part of the big four when it comes to lanterns.
Are they
And-
all considered the best lanterns, or
No, so the Hal's considered the best lantern. Kyle is. It's weird because Kyle Gardner doesn't get the love that he truly deserves, even though he's wielded every single color of the lanterns, and he's been like really dominant. John is most people's favorite because he's more no nonsense and he's not a dick like Guy. He's not cocky like Hal, and he doesn't have that. He doesn't fall into that pitfall like Kyle, where people are just like not in on him all the way. It's weird.
yeah? All right, all right. The Lantern Corps HBO show is that the next one to come out after Peacemaker?
I think so.
And that's next year, right? Or is that
It might actually be. It depends on when they stop filming. It could be this year.
2026? It's early 2026. What up, Leon? All right.
That's one I can't wait to see.
The Corps?
Because so Guy Gardner, sorry, Nathan Fillion, the guy who played Guy Gardner, said he went to the set of Green Lantern to shoot his scenes, and he said he's never cursed more on a filming or movie project than he did in Lanterns. And I was like, yo, if you cursing more than Peacemaker, what the fuck are we getting?
Yeah, it is crazy. Trying to find out. So they teased Superman 2, right? Does that mean that Brainiac is the bad guy in that?
We don't know who.
Because they said it was off of some story.
Yeah, but it was off of some story, but so was this first Superman. The first Superman was loosely based on All-Star Superman, but they didn't go direct one-for-one copy.
Let's be honest with you. Even if they bring out Brainiac, I think he's too strong for Superman right now. Because they dumbed down Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Which here's my thing, right? His my. Remember last time was the most overrated movies that we had, and I said the Batman.
Yeah.
The more and more I'm watching the Superman movie, the more and more I'm like, oh no. It's not like that. It's bad. It's just I don't know. This seemed like it was rushed. Now there's some holes in their logic, and shit seemed too easy. Like for Lex Luthor to make a pocket dimension without anyone knowing, and then do all this shit. They figured out he was using half of my area to do some shit pretty easy. This girl's taking selfies, unbeknownst to him, about all the shit in the top secret layer. Pretty, like, no one there is questioning this chick. Which, okay, you think she's stupid, undermined it, whatever. But then at what point do you turn around and go, this genius who did all this shit underneath the nose of everybody slips up right at the end?
I mean, you could chalk it up to his obsessiveness.
Yeah.
Because every other Lex Luthor and every other fucking media, whether TV show or movie, has never been this obsessed with Superman. They've always like, yo, Superman is some shit we got to get rid of, but I'm also doing this.
Yeah.
I also have something else going on.
I think he used his obsession with Superman to mask all the shit he was doing.
But the only thing he did was a pocket dimension and
No, I mean in the comics and the cartoon and shit.
Yeah.
Because there's actually a scene in the cartoon. I don't know which one when it was, but Superman died and Lois Lane went up to Lex Luthor and was like, "This is what you wanted," and started like pounding on his chest and then started crying. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna miss him too." I don't think all of Lex Luthor fucking hated Superman. I think it was just one of those, I can use him to justify my means.
yeah, it's pretty hard. I get where you're coming from, but it's pretty hard to tell character motivation when you start to notice a pattern in comics where it's like the greatest enemy of the hero dies and the enemy's like, I'll miss him the most. Like, somebody has to legitimately hate the guy that they hate.
Yeah.
We can't all sit there and go, I hate him, but I love him so much. Like,
yeah. You want to kill him and now he's dead, you miss him. No. You don't get
you're
that.
the fucking bad guy. Somebody has to.
You don't get to do that. You don't get that privilege of missing someone when you're trying to kill him.
Unless you're married.
Yeah, right? No, but and then like Guy Gardner I get. Because he has the power of the lanterns. He's an asshole. And he's in his mind, he has the most powerful power in the universe, right? That ring makes him one of the most powerful beings in the universe. So I'm thinking that he's like overconfident.
Well, so yes, the reason he's an asshole is because Oa and the Guardians literally look at him and you remember Street Kings?
Yes.
That movie, Keanu Reeves, where he's the last gunfighter.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, fuck it. You need me to do all this shit you don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's Guy. When the minute Guy found out, oh, you need me to go in there and do all the illegal shit that wouldn't fly if you told Hal or John, but you need somebody to do it. So I'm gonna fucking do it. And you can't tell me shit. Because if I don't do it, you ain't getting nothing done. So that's where his shit comes in.
That comes across. That comes across, so you can't be touched. But then Mr. Terrific didn't seem like the guy, because is he somebody that doesn't get sarcasms, or is he like one of those like autistic where he doesn't, or he just doesn't care?
He's not autistic as far as I know in the original comics. I don't know if they changed it or something. He's too logical. He's supposed to be the guy who, if you went in and said a horse walked into a bar, bartender looks at him and says, why the long face? He would sit there and in his mind not find the joke funny because he's like, well, horses have a long face because of the structure of the bones and the way they need to breathe, and the blah 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 blah
And
blah
no
blah. Blah.
concern that the horse walked into this bar without him.
Yeah, like he's all logic.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get that in this movie from him. To be honest with you, he kept me like he made me want more. He made me feel like there was something missing because it kind of like again, referring to the cartoon, it didn't have much of Mr. Terrific, but in the cartoon, he did that logic with Superman. Superman, we're gonna take all the guns off the planet. Why? They kill people. What about smoking? We're gonna arrest people who smoke. There's a higher percentage of people who die from lung cancer every year than gun violence. What about texting and driving? Are we gonna like he just threw out all the facts of the what kills more people than guns? And Superman's like, you're not gonna help me, are you? He goes, no, I'm not gonna help you.
Well,
You're bugging out right now.
I tell you right now, not to get political, but that Mr. Terrific doesn't live in this America.
No, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like he threw out, yeah. So I was waiting for that.
So
The whole because listen, you want to talk about racial stuff. I'm not saying Superman had a racial tone to it, but I got the whole I'm black, y'all. like you know what I'm saying? Like when you brought the dog, like okay, Samuel Jackson, relax. And then like he kept getting pissed.
Good.
No, he kept getting like illogically pissed for shit. Like I understand you don't like the dog, but don't you think Mr. Terrific would have been smart enough to have one of T Spears like fucking trank the dog or put him on a leash or something?
So here's the thing. That wasn't a racial thing. That was a conscious decision to not make him dry. Because if you play him the way he normally plays, he would be too boring of a character. Think about it. During the fight, when they fought the kaiju, what did he do? He sat in his chair and did nothing. His fears did everything. That fight on the beach would not go that way if that was actually him. Because the best logic would be him and Lois just sitting in the bubble while the T-spheres do everything. Because they can't penetrate the bubble.
Yeah.
And they can't kill any of the spheres. So we would have just had 2 minutes of a song playing while we're staring at Lois and him standing in a bubble. The T-spheres flying in the background, people dying. Maybe we see 1 or 2 deaths. Lois trying to talk to him. And him just sitting there going, sorry, I have to concentrate on this.
Yeah, but wouldn't he have logically also told her like, no, it's more serious than you lit on. You can, like we can all see the weapon. We know how you feel about it. And the whole is like you got a spaceship and this is as slow as the thing the stuff goes.
Again,
so,
that's
I know that's just humor
and just to make him more. The problem with DC is everybody's a fucking god. So when everybody is so much more than the readers reading them, you can't connect to them. That's why Barry Allen and Wally West have such big hearts. Because if they were just superheroes, how would you connect to the guy who can heal faster than anybody, can outrun anybody, and can solve any problem in 30 fucking seconds, even less? What is there to connect to? But no, he actually has a conversation with his villains. He actually tries to help them out when he can. They actually do other, they got to try to make it so that you want to connect with all the characters. Plus, they said it in the interviews and shit like that. When that, I don't know that actor's name, but when he played Darwin, they were like, that's the dumbest thing. Or his death in X-Men First Class was the dumbest thing ever. His character, his mutation is literal adaptation. Which means if you put the bomb in his thing and it blew up, he would have instantly evolved and adapted for that not to fucking kill him. That is his power set. So James Gunn was like, "Yo, I saw him, and I wrote him a better part to give him more to do." And unfortunately, you can't do that if you get the actual Terrific, who's all fucking
Well,
logic and no expression.
so the tone of the movies for like Man of Steel was dark. Like, and I'm talking about like they even filmed it. It was like they had a filter on it that made it
The
darker and all
saturated
that.
colors, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, and I didn't like that tone. But then this one seems more lively and all that. But now it's going towards the funny shit, where James Gunn did the funny shit with Guardians of the Galaxy, but that was funny stuff based off of people who are going through something tragic, like that them being who they are and them meshing with each other and it being funny is because they're trying to hold themselves together from tragedy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Peter Quill is an awkward dude that just so happens to get out of shit. You know what I'm saying? Gamora is someone who's searching for a family that doesn't want to say she's searching for a family. You know what I'm saying? And like I would have made Mr. Terrific almost like Drax and Peter Quill a little bit, where it's like he's smart as shit, but he's quiet. But when Lois is talking about that, it's almost like you cut to the scene and he ends up saying something, and Lois is like, "I love you," like you get me, and we don't know what he said to her, but he understands completely what she's going through, and he helps her like a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you're intelligent, then you have to also know about people's emotions. Like, because you said he's not
Yeah.
autistic, right?
Yeah,
So
but
so
that's not him though.
but I can see if he's in a room long enough with someone, logically he has to be like, okay, listen, this is what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and also like, why wouldn't you just sit there and have him show that much concern for the people around the kaiju, where Superman was the only one that gave a shit if someone died or not around the kaiju. Also, have a moment where he's legitimately a hero and cares about, like, let's say Hawk Girl. Like Hawk Girl gets hit with the tail and he's like, yo, and then he realized, oh no, she's strong enough to take that. I gotta go back to, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you think about it, you just had a bunch of people swinging dicks in this movie.
So that's all. Yes, all that should have been in there. But from my understanding, this is all new. The Justice Gang is new,
Yeah.
so their team camaraderie has not been fully fleshed out. Superman's new, all that shit's new. And as far as like the tone, we've seen 4 Christopher Reeves Superman, 1 Brendan Roth, 1 Henry Cavill solo, and a bunch of other Superman movies with Henry Cavill in it.
Yeah.
The one thing we haven't seen is the way James Gunn did it. And if you're gonna tell us that this is gonna be the fucking, what is it, the 4th reboot of this fucking character, you gotta do something different than what we've seen before. Otherwise, you're not rebooting. We're just telling. We're always showing the fucking what's his name, the Waynes dying in that fucking alley. It's like we got to do something different. Otherwise, what the fuck is the point of this? And you pick James Gunn, the guy who is the lighthearted. So he likes all the weird shit about comics.
Yeah. But I mean, here's the thing though. I don't have much of a problem with Superman himself. Like, you know, he seemed more of a child than a hero, but like we said, he has to find that point that turns him into the hero he needs to be. And who's to say it's not Batman, right? But we also need someone to be the anchor. Not everybody in that movie was a comedian. Even the chief.
Yeah, but think about
His father a little bit, but his father was in the movie for like 5 minutes. The mother had a comedic role. Superman had comedic roles. The dog had a comedic role. The robots had comedic roles.
now.
They
Think
could have
about
went deeper
yeah,
into I'm sorry, the what's her name, the architect or
the engineer.
the engineer. Like they could have went deeper into that. Like they could have went deeper into Awesome Man, or was it Ultraman?
Yeah,
Into Ultraman. You know, something where we go, oh, this is a fun movie, and it's like, oh wait, because even the Fantastic Four had that where it was like, wait a minute, Galactus wants the sun. Now they're fighting for something, more. In my opinion, they're fighting for something more important than the universe.
so yes, but think about the juxtaposition, because James Gunn has said that the DC universe is going to be like the comics. They don't all have to be tonally similar. So Clayface is going to be like a body horror, right?
Yeah,
Now, think of the juxtaposition when we get our Batman Brave and the Bold. And there's no jokes in that one. That one's a little more serious, still on the comic booky side, because you can't compete too much with the Batman and
yeah,
Twilight, right? But he's the serious one. And again, like you said, when Batman shows up with all the other heroes, now they see him fall into place, and all the pieces go, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I know how we fucking fit in this.
so
And then we're off and running.
it's like Batman is the leader, and Superman is the home run hitter.
Yeah. I think that's how it's gonna play.
And Flash is the emotional support.
He's the emotional core.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
If we even get a Flash, because remember, Blue Beetle's supposed to be here, and you got a teenage kid, they might make him the emotional center.
Possibly. But I mean, listen, it's still a young man's game, and I want to see DC. I want to see DC win. I want to see Marvel win because I do like comic book movies, and if we're not gonna have original movies, at least fucking let's have some superheroes that we could connect with and live on through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I'm at the point now
what up, Janelle?
where the only reason I prefer comic book movies over other movies is because those are the only movies that I can see. It's a necessity to see on a large screen. And if you go with a bunch of people with this shared community, like the latest film that came out, One More Battle, right? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Yeah.
That's not something that needs to be seen on a big screen with a bunch of people. And that's something I can watch here and ponder the fucking questions that movie gives out and what it's trying to say on my own when it comes out here. Because again, if you guys don't remember, if you're too young, the only reason movies are a big thing is because that's the only way you could see them was to go to the movie theater. There was no streaming. There was no shit. It took 6 months to a year sometimes for that shit to come out on VHS.
Or on pay-per-view again.
Yeah. So what happened was they invented theater. Then theater got too big for its britches, and everybody was high class. And when you went to the theater, you had to dress up in a suit and in a gown and all that. So then they figured out how to do movies, how to take moving pictures. And then somebody took that idea and went, hey, the theater is for the rich. But I can make this moving picture and we can let everybody else watch this. So it was literally the poor man's medium and form of entertainment.
And
If it
now
wasn't radio, you'd go out, and back then everybody wore a suit to everything. But that's the function of movies, was to get everybody who couldn't afford a ticket to the theater to go and still watch somebody act and perform and do some shit. So I'd say that again. It's not every movie. It's again when it was the only option to watch a movie, cool. But now that it's not every movie needs to be seen on the largest screen with the most people with a bucket of popcorn in your hand.
yeah. And most of the movies that come out, we don't even know they're fucking out. Like, yo, this is about fucking 7, 8 movies right now. You could go to the movie theaters and watch, and I ain't never heard of none of them.
Yeah, well, we're not watching traditional TV anymore, so we don't get the ads or the coming attractions. We get the same ad every fucking commercial break.
Yeah. That is true. All right, let's get to Peacemaker, where they reference Peacemaker in the Superman movie.
Oh, fun fact. While shooting the Superman movie, James Gunn called up John Cena and a bunch of the cast and was like, hey, we have some free time. Can you get here? And while filming the Superman movie, they just filmed a bunch of shit for Peacemaker, including the scene that you see Peacemaker in where he's on the TV in the background.
Yeah.
But one of the big scenes when he's auditioning for the Justice Gang with Maxwell Lord and Green Lantern and Hawkgirl, that was filmed on the set of Superman.
Oh shit.
Not while they were filming the TV show.
That's why it felt different.
Yeah.
Huh. That's kind of dope. But this season of Peacemaker is like a 180 from the first season.
Yes. And speaking of 180, we we can't start this off with addressing the elephant in the room. They retconned the ending of season 1.
Yeah.
Where he saw the Justice League and said this time he saw the Justice Gang, including Supergirl and the new Superman, even though they were in Shadow. The only ones who weren't in Shadow were, I think, Green Lantern and Hawkgirl.
Yeah. But wasn't Aquaman there too?
I don't
Was
think
that
so.
No, that was the original then. Because remember he said he fucks fish.
Yeah, that was the original ending. But yo, James Gunn just said, hey, remember what I did the last time? Fuck it. That didn't happen. This is what happened now.
Shit, remember they said there was gonna be a change of hierarchy in the DCU with The Rock being there.
Yeah. And how good did that turn out, Rocky boy?
Shit. Yeah, but they retconned that.
Yeah, no, so it's literally just the Justice Gang and the 2 super people. The ones that get hired by Home Depot.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't get that reference.
Right. And then so they retcon that. Then this goes into Squadron Supreme?
Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos, which I saw 2 episodes, you saw 1 episode or something like that. It was like I watched it while you was there and I said this ain't for me.
No, it was the other way around. We both saw the first episode. Then you saw then you were watching the second episode was on. And I was like, this shit ain't for me. And then I think you went and saw a little bit more than I did.
Yeah.
But they did reference the fact that at one point, Rick Flag Sr. gets his back broken by Frankenstein or whatever the fuck they call that monster. And they've referenced it in Peacemaker. And weirdly enough, they canonize both the Suicide Squad and Suicide Squad. So, James Gunn has said, if it is seen or said or alluded to, it is canon.
So it was canon that Rick Flag was fucking the witch ghost.
Yes, while he was also with Hardcore.
Yeah. So the witch ghost is there.
Yeah, Enchantress is there.
And Amanda Waller is
Well,
no
Amanda Waller is still around in the DC in this thing.
Rose.
Viola Davis is still Amanda Waller. That's one of the ones he kept.
So, oops, connection lost.
Oh, for
Did
fuck's
I
sake.
freeze? No, I could. Who froze? Okay, you back now.
Yeah, my fucking thing stopped again.
Right.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
Amanda Waller's
Amanda Waller and Viola Davis is one of the things he kept from the old DCEU. So when you see Amanda Waller pop up, it's still Viola Davis.
which, to be honest with you, I'm like, who do you get to replace her?
Yeah. You can't. She's like Nick Fury at this point. It's like you can't get anybody else.
Yeah. All right, so we get into the show, which is stupid.
Yo, I gotta ask the people. Anybody who's watching us now, and or forever in perpetuity, put a comment in here. How in the world do you watch Vigilante? Because every second he's on screen, I want to dig a hole through my fucking frontal lobe until I can no longer react to shit.
You want to be like number 4 in the Superman movie? Just man.
Or like the fucking parents in Weapons, and when she snapped and they were just like stabbing themselves with the fork.
Oh shit.
Yo, I can't take it. I cannot fucking take it. It's getting harder and harder for me to get through an episode because everybody's a fucking moron. And especially Vigilant. Toad was laughing, dying in that last episode. And it had nothing to do with the TV. It was my reaction to what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
With Vigilante and his mom.
Yeah. That wasn't even funny. Seeing Cap react to that shit was more funnier than watching the shit happen. But that's just another one of the tones. Like, yo, everyone's stupid. Like,
And when we say everyone,
the crazy shit is this. So brother, shit, you know what I'm talking about? Sweet Thing.
Tim Meadows.
Yeah, what was he in? What was the name of the?
It was. I gotta look it up. That was a long time ago.
Soul Brother? No.
I think you're thinking of Eddie Griffin on that one.
No, he was Sweet Thing.
Yeah. He had his.
He had the TV show. I mean,
that
the
came
radio
off of,
show.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right now. That had what year was that? That had to be like early 2000s, right?
Ladies Man.
Yeah, the ladies' man.
There you go. Yeah. So the Ladies Man is the only person that I can take seriously being funny.
And he even it's fucking. I have bird blindness. What?
It's a fucking duck. And when did that chick become a cyborg?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Because I thought she was just a regular person, and all of a sudden she became a cyborg.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? You wouldn't have even had to call her cyborg. I wouldn't put it past that in the DCU, you could get a contact lens that could do that shit.
I mean, Kingpin had one.
Yeah.
Her real name is Sol Rodriguez, and she plays Sasha Burdock. Bordeaux? Bordeaux?
Huh. I went to look up Peacemaker and saw a different fucking show with Tom Berenger in the lead.
Oh, hold the fucking phone. Remember the agent that was in the original the original season 1? The Asian chick that was like trying to arrest them for the shit, and then she turned into a butterfly.
Yes.
She's in the season 2 too.
Where?
She's a part of the. Unless this is everybody. 8 episodes, 2022. Oh, okay, no,
Oh
all
yeah.
right. All right. This is everybody in
Yeah. IMDb does not.
discriminate.
Well, they don't delineate between seasons. They just put all the cast up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So the character she's playing is a fictional character in the DC Comics universe, initially introduced as a bodyguard for Bruce Wayne, who later discovered a secret identity as Batman and became a member of his team. She later became Black Queen of the covert agency Checkmate, and in some continuities was given cybernetic enhancements after a near fatal accident.
so that happened before or after?
So that's in the comics. In the comics, she's a love interest of Bruce Wayne who almost died, and they gave her cybernetics. In this TV show, it looks like she's going to be a love interest for Rick Flag Sr. And somewhere in between season 1 and 2, she had a near fatal accident and was given cybernetics.
And now she's a cyborg. Okay. Because I was like, that just came out of nowhere. She got fucking aiming eyes.
Hey, look at that. They not only recast Cyborg, but they made him a girl.
Shit, but all right, yeah. So he's bringing Eagly into the fucking realm. He's arguing with an alien. Dang.
You know what's funny? John Cena, for all of the hate he gets here on this channel and the wrestling podcast, I think he's the part of the show that doesn't annoy me at all.
Because I think he's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, he's the only one that's playing it straight.
Because even hardcore changed since season 1.
Yeah, because once again, we gotta write characters that refuse to deal with their emotional trauma, and just they have to be fucking stupid about it. Because if you're normal, God forbid. But yeah, he goes into the pocket dimension and finds another universe. Which do you want me to describe now, or we're holding off?
No, yeah. You could do that.
So the other universe is just been revealed in the last episode. Is unofficially Earth 2, and James Gunn said it only because there's only 2 Earths at the moment that he's talking about. But it's unofficially Earth 2, but it is really Earth X. And Earth X in the comics is an Earth in which the Nazis won World War II. There is no United States of America. There is the United States, but it's under the control of the Nazis. Everybody is part of the SS. Superman did not land in Kansas and did not find Superman landed on Earth and was found by Hitler himself and raised
A
Nazi. Then there is the Sons of Liberty, who rise up, led by Uncle Sam, the literal fucking Uncle Sam. And when they open Superman's eyes to what has actually been done, and he actually helps the Sons of Liberty enact a plan to destroy that entire Earth. And when he does it, he weeps for everything he's lost and everything that has happened that he couldn't prevent or was too blind to see or was pushed to do.
Mm.
But now, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to fucking figure this out. But remember, like, after 2 episodes, or the second time he went into that other dimension, and I sitting there going, "Yo, you notice there ain't nobody but whites in the background?"
Yeah, I didn't put 2 and 2 together because to me that just it. In all honesty, it's like, oh, he's just in a white neighborhood.
Yo, you know what's funny? So James Gunn was doing an interview, and the interview was like, "Yo, everybody started to notice the second time he went in that there were no colored people in the background." And James Gunn was like, "Yeah, that's the risk I took." But he's like, "I did it because I showed people the entire episode, the entire series, after I finished making it. And everybody I showed it did not notice it until that reveal."
Yeah.
So he was like, "I went with it and just hoped that the same thing would happen." And I guess if you are really following Peacemaker's journey, then I guess it's easy to miss because you're more concerned with he has his father who seems to be better and actually like him. He has his brother back. He has a hardcore that actually kind of likes him, and you follow in with that. And just much like Peacemaker, you're not really looking at the ancillary.
Yeah.
You're focused on the main problem. But when you're me, and I'm watching it because we got nothing else to do, and I'm not really into these fucking insane idiot characters, I'm now looking in the background at shit, and I'm not looking at other things. It's kind of like you can always tell when I'm not paying attention to a wrestling match, when I'm watching a pay-per-view or something, because I'll make a comment about a sign in the crowd, or somebody did something in the crowd, or somebody's wearing some shit in the crowd.
Yeah, same here.
And by the way, the Yankees lost, everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, that when you mentioned that, I was like, oh shit. And then we went and they saved the bank, and I was like, yeah, there's no black people. There's no nothing. Like, oh wait, this has become more apparent now. But I just thought this was like a racist place. I didn't know this was Nazis took over. And when they revealed the Nazis, I was like, makes sense.
Now, that first time, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I noticed it. I didn't think it was that. I didn't know what was gonna happen. But before that last episode, I kind of was already triggered in because there was a video about the Creature Commandos. And if you remember the robot, GI robot,
Yeah.
he was made to kill Nazis. And somebody said, hey, if this is Earth X, where the Nazis won, then you can bring in GI robot from Creature Commandos to live action to help Chris get rid of this fucking reality. So I was already like, oh, well, then this is definitely Earth X. Because James Gunn said everything's canon. So that robot is in here somewhere.
Yeah.
But so now to get to that point where and this is gonna sound bad. Because I know everybody's name except hers.
Mel Waller's daughter?
Yeah.
Shit.
I know every other character's name except hers.
I got you right now. Load? No. Leota? Leota. Leota.
I gotta see it because you
Adebayo.
Adebayo. There you go. No wait, is that her name or the character's name?
Oh, her name is Danielle Brooks.
All right, so then yeah, Adebayo. I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, because they call each other by their last names.
Yeah. So Adebayo gets pointed out as if there was a fucking zombie walking around and we had just cleared a zombie infection.
Yeah.
And then the shit that always happens in a fucking movie that always gets me, the main character has to run, and it is clear as day that everybody else has to run slower because they would have fucking caught her 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, because Tom Cruise is the only one that's gonna outrun anybody in the.
Yeah, and it's not her. I'm not saying anything about her. I'm just saying the law of averages. If you have 20 people chasing you, one or two of them have to be faster than what you are.
Yeah, right.
Just the law of averages. Especially that one dude who's like pulling up behind her. I might be bugging, but I can swear at some point he does fucking zigzags just to prolong him fucking catching up to
Start
him.
skipping and shit.
But I want to see how she gets out of that.
Yeah.
Because
And
we got Economos with his hand stabbed through with.
which before she even took the walk, before we knew what was happening, it was like we were like, wouldn't it be safer if you're outside the house? Because if homeboy comes home and sees you in the house, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah. Why in the fuck would you stay in a house where you don't know all the entrances, all the exits, who's gonna be home, when they're gonna be home, and where to hide if they do come home?
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm saying. My aunt and her, the people she's with, they love this fucking show. Every time we see them, they was like, yo, you watch a Peacemaker? It's so fucking good. I watched John Cena in Peacemaker, and then I went back and watched everything else he's ever done. Which is a true fucking statement.
Shit.
Yeah, you didn't hear Nanny say that at the baby shower?
No.
They went back. Yeah, she was like, she and Bob went back and started watching everything John Cena's done.
I mean, this has to be the best stuff he's did, so
Yeah.
they didn't need to do that.
But I don't. This is one of the rare projects where like I cannot get through. This is one of the animes, and for anybody who's on here who likes anime, Black Clover I don't care how good you say it is. I cannot fucking get past the protagonist. He is so fucking annoying. I can't watch it. I can't fucking watch it. And Peacemaker is getting close. They're one more scene of Vigilante away.
And the crazy shit is, if you really like go into it, Vigilante, yeah, he's annoying, but he should be one of the baddest motherfuckers in that group. Like, he has a room full of cocaine and millions of dollars that he stole from drug dealers. He fucks up Johns. And I'm gonna guess he hates Peacemaker because he's not a racist in Earth X. He's probably gonna help them fight John Cena's family and the Nazis. Like he's like, I'm pretty sure at one point he's gonna turn into Deadpool out of nowhere and just start kicking people's asses.
You remember what he did in the first season? When his father was in prison, he walked right into prison and threatened him.
Yeah,
and it beat the shit out of the other dude. It was like, yo, you motherfuckers can't touch me in there.
yeah. Like, where was that? We need some more of that. You know what I'm saying? It's too much.
Yo, and when I'm talking about stupid, there's too much. Hey, I know everything about spiders. Quiz me. And the first fucking question, he gets it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, why not just let him actually know shit about spiders?
And this girl puts an ad out on a gun magazine for security, and the guy's calling her for a hooker. Like, what?
And yo, you can't fucking tell me. You can't tell me that you're Amanda Waller's daughter, and you grew up and you're part of the Spy Network, and you ain't catch none of that shit that he was talking.
Yeah. And you're supposed to be security. And then Autonomous. He always says he's a pussy and he goes into peer pressure, but he sure as fuck sticks up for himself with the cyborg chick, the ladies' man, Captain Flag, and fucking
and Bird Killer.
Yeah. Everyone else he's afraid of, he stands up to killers and people who could throw him in jail, but I'm afraid of this black woman that has no powers and can't detect when someone wants to fucking prostitute her.
I'm telling you, this is weird because is this season good? There are aspects of this season where I'm actually, like I said, John Cena is for the first time not an issue.
Yeah.
His story is actually pretty good, and it's actually, although it's not my cup of tea, it's thought-provoking because it's no secret on the channel, we have suffered loss.
Yeah.
And if you tell me that there's another dimension where that loss has not occurred, would I be curious enough to go in? Yeah. And it has drum up discussion between me and Toad. Like, yo, if a different version of me came in, would you notice? Because in my head, I'm like, yo, how do you not notice that there's something wrong with this version of the person you know? If you know them that well, how do you not pick it out?
Yeah. Like, even the vibe.
Because, yo, Freya, well, no, what was it? Not in Thor, because Thor obviously looked fucking different. There was something that I forgot what it was. There was something where somebody had an opportunity to go to another dimension where their mom was alive. And he took the place of the son and it was talking. And when he revealed it, the mom was like, "Oh, I knew you weren't my son." It might have been the Flash movie,
I'm
to be
thinking it's a
honest.
Flash movie. Yeah,
but she's like, "I knew you weren't my son, but I thought I felt that you needed this more."
yeah,
Right? And I can't understand how they don't see a clear difference.
yeah. Like I can understand Vigilante because him and his doppelganger are almost exactly the same. Besides the fact one likes uh, Peacemaker, the other one doesn't. But Peacemaker is an idiot in the regular world, and then a douchebag in Earth X. Like he looks like fucking Jersey Shore, fist pumping, grenade smashing, Peacemaker. And this one, he just, he'll eat a bag of baby dicks to save the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you would get a different vibe. And shit, you can tell when someone's not themselves when they're going through shit. Like when they're just thinking of shit. Like, yo, you alright? You get that vibe of you alright? How would you not get the vibe of just like, yo, you ain't normal right now? I don't know who this nigga is, but you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, that's something that you gotta just
Yo,
deal with,
if this would be a way different review and a discussion if this was only focusing on Peacemaker and didn't have all the other dumbasses in it.
Yeah. I think what made season 1 a little bit more tolerable was the actual guy that was the leader of the team, the butterfly guy. Because he was serious. Like he was the only one. Like everybody, shut the fuck up. We got shit to do. Like we need that one person that's gonna be like, hello. Like, and Rick Flag is kind of like that, but he's also. I know he's not drunk, but I feel like he's a recovering alcoholic trying to get past some shit.
But because he's still after Peacemaker for the death of his son.
Yeah, so he's not there either. And he's looking like Ladies Man is the most, like, right now he's turning into that guy that's, wait a minute, you went too far fucking up, Peacemaker. We're supposed to do a job. Now I know where you stand, and now I kind of have to protect Peacemaker.
Yeah, because when Economos booked him, he went up to him and was like, yo, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah. And it was like, well, wait, I didn't bring him in here so you can kill him. I brought him in here so you can bring him to justice. And then he sees this, so you can tell that Ladies Man is like, all right, no, I believe in what I'm doing here. I'm not just gonna fucking.
And now they're in bed with Lex Luthor to try to find this dimensional rift door. Which I'm like, yo, if you really that pissed at Peacemaker, you pop him. Just fucking shoot him. Why go through all this rigmarole?
Yeah.
And he tried to play it off as, oh, this is for the country. I don't really give a shit about Peacemaker. Yeah, I took my little hits in, but this was really so he can lead us to blah, 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 blah. What?
Yeah.
Get out of here, because you were still fucking 40 minutes too late. So don't fucking tell me this was the fine shit.
Yeah, I'd have told him the truth. Like, yeah, I'm here. I was gonna kick his ass, and if he couldn't survive that, he's a pussy. But now let's go find this rift. But yeah, I let's see, because now we're in what I like to call the slap of reality phase of this show, which I guess they weren't slaps with reality when this girl got her ass kicked in the bar, when this girl, called up for prostitution, where Autonomous was fucking about to kill Eagly, when the midget fucking child
Judo master.
Yeah. I don't understand. He looks like a child, but I want to call him a pedophile for some reason. I don't know. He gives that vibe. Like, yo,
Let's not throw that around.
No, I get it, but you give that vibe like you're weird, brother, and I don't like. I get uncomfortable seeing. I'm uncomfortable seeing you on screen. I don't like it. It feels inappropriate. Then you got that weird ass voice, and I don't know. And everybody beats the shit out of him.
Well,
But so there's no slap in the face nowhere. But now once he saw the flag, it was like, okay, now hopefully this shit changes into something where you're putting the pieces together.
Well, it's almost like, well, how the fuck do you get out of this now?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Perfect World, how you like it now? How you like this shit now? Shit, it's funny how they say the grass is green the way you mow it or you water it. Well, that motherfucker turned on the sprinkler and said, "Oh shit, this ain't grass."
Yeah. Why is the grass always white here?
Right?
What do you think of the? What do you think of that scene where Peacemaker was talking to Harcourt in the other world, and he was like, "Yo, let's talk about the boat. How do you really feel about me?" And she's like, "I'm a mess." He's like, "I don't give a shit. I still love you."
I felt like that was a genuine part of like. All right, we're seeing all the walls that these people live behind, and that was a crack in the wall. Like if we're watching this, not as a spectator, I mean, not as someone who's in the know, not in the conscience of people, but as a spectator, we're the fly on the wall. We don't know the context. We're just sitting here, and then we finally see the context. It's like, oh, okay, here goes the real hardcore, or Hartford, or whatever her name is. It's like, okay, got it. And then he said that, and it's just in my head, it just registered as okay. Here goes a man loving a woman. Like this is what we're seeing here, and that's what we're getting. Because that felt more genuine than most of the shit happening in this show.
Yo, so James Gunn during his interviews, they were asking him about that scene, and he said John Cena brought so much to it, more than what he was expecting. That him and so that actress who plays Harcourt is James Gunn's wife.
Yeah.
He's like, every single time he sees it or he talks about it, he tears up. Because just hearing her say, "I'm a mess," and the response, "I still love you anyway." As he's telling the dude that it makes him tear up, he tears up. Now, there's that other story that originally this role was written with Batista in mind, but due to scheduling conflicts, he couldn't do it. And we were talking a little bit about it. Could you have seen this version of the show if Batista, or in this version of the character, if Batista was attached the entire time?
With the Nazi stuff?
Just this whole version of Peacemaker, from the Suicide Squad to season 1 till now. Do you think it would still be the same, the characterization?
I think so. I think
See, while you're thinking, I'm going to say this.
Good.
I don't think it would have, because this is too much Drax.
Yeah.
He's still the lovable idiot that you can't tell if he's actually smart about shit or if he's fumbling his way through it. So I think just to give him something different, the characterization would have been different with his version of Peacemaker.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say the fumbling, bumbling shit I could see Batista doing, but the whole being stupid while talking, if that makes sense, like
Yeah, him saying shit, and you're like, yo, you're an idiot.
yeah, like that I don't get. Like Batista can be the clumsy side and the side that doesn't know stuff, but I don't see him being stupid.
Yeah, like in Stuber, where he couldn't see
Yeah,
and shit like that. Yeah, the physical whatever, but he was never once like an idiot.
yeah,
He was like, well, he can't fucking see. What do you want him to do?
yeah. Even that My Spy fucking show, you know. But that also comes with John Cena got that awkwardness to him, you know? Because he's always like when you see him in the ring, he's playing a character, so he looks comfortable. But when you ever see him in an interview, he's always stiff, quiet, reserved, and he makes sure what he says is correct. Like there's no mix for words with what he's saying. You know, you're never gonna get him in a interview where he's genuinely speaking freehand, like off the dome. Like I feel like most of the stuff he's saying is prepared by him, whether it's off the top of his head, it's still prepared. You know, where here it seems like, oh, say the shit you fucking thinking. He's like, well, blow it out your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'll eat a bunch of baby things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he has that awkward sense of humor where, you know, when someone's so reserved that they just say the wildest shit just because it's like a release.
Yeah.
I kind of get that from Cena. I can't see that from Batista coming so normal, like that awkward comedy or.
Yeah, and you know what it is? I think it's because for some reason, John Cena doesn't read as big. He reads as a dude who works out.
Yeah.
But Batista reads as big. It's like when you're a big dude, you can't be like that. You can't be the big dude that everybody looks at and goes, oh no, all right, so this one we can fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, Batista's if Vin Diesel walked up in front of him and Batista was standing there, Vin Diesel would be like, well, I might need some help with this guy. Yeah. Because even in the cabin, what was it? The cabin on the lake or
Knock at the cabin.
Knock at the cabin, he was a monster.
Yo, he was. I was like, yo, and he's not war? Like,
Yeah. He was a monster in that movie.
that's an underrated film. I actually like that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But not to sidetrack too much, but you know how we sidetrack every once in a while.
Yep.
Did you hear what happened since you brought up Vin Diesel? Did you hear what happened to Tyrese?
No.
So they arrested him under suspicion of animal cruelty. They suspect that he killed his neighbor's dog.
What?
Yep.
Like he just recently killed him, or he killed him a while ago and they.
No, well, the story just came out today, and being that I saw it at work and not at like full volume, I don't know any other details. Then he was arrested under suspicion of animal cruelty for suspicion of killing his neighbor's dog.
Wow. Okay.
I just want to know if he's blaming The Rock for this too.
I would. That son of a bitch.
I'm surprised you didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't been on social media like that in a while. I know Tyreek Hill is injured.
That didn't stop the Jets from losing.
Okay, Tyrese Gibson's dogs killed neighbors' dogs. So his dog killed the neighbor's dog.
Okay, so that's the actual story.
Yeah.
Because
Tyrese Gibson has a warrant. Huh?
Quite literally on CNN, on CBS
Yeah.
News, they just said arrested under suspicion of killing his neighbor's dog.
Yeah, so it says he has a warrant out for his arrest after his dogs allegedly killed another dog early this month when they got loose in Georgia neighborhood. Fox News Digital has learned in a statement, Gabe Banks, whatever. But Banks added, upon learning of this unfortunate accident, Mr. Gibson immediately made the difficult decision to rehome his dogs to a safe and loving environment. Concerning the misdemeanor warrant, Mr. Gibbons is cooperating fully with the authorities to address and resolve this matter responsibly. Gibson asked for privacy and understanding as this matter is held through the appropriate legal channels, and he remains committed to the safety of his community and well-being of all animals. So I don't know what kind of dogs he had, but they showed the dog that got killed, and it's one of them little, like, brown and white.
Oh, like a Pomeranian or
Uh,
a corgi.
it,
What size are the legs? Do they look too small for the body? Oh no, that's a cocker spaniel.
yeah. Well, it's a little one. Look at that Jiffy bar. Yeah, so that's the dog. But I was about to say, shit. Okay, Michael Vick.
Yo, dude, I'm telling you, man. They don't fucking. They did not say the full story, and
Yeah.
because the way our TVs work at my job, it's an app. So it says 24-hour news, but it's just a loop of shit. So that's all the information they had at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
That's the only information they said throughout the entire fucking rest of the day. It never got an update. So,
Hey. All right. So, with that being said, that's a very unfortunate thing.
yeah.
But it's not like they're gonna be like, well, he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. Because I mean, his animals did something, and you can't really blame him. Because if the animal got loose and came out into the porch, and that's their zone to protect them, like,
Now
can't,
let's see let's get all the correct information.
yeah. But if he killed the dog, I'm like, how the fuck? Why are he killing dogs out here?
Yeah.
That was what through my head. Like, what?
Dude, that
Like,
same
what the
shit,
fuck? Like,
that same
how-
shit went through my head as I was seeing it on CNN or CBS.
I'm like, I want to meet the man, the dog. Like, I want to see the dog that he fucking killed. Little Chihuahua fucking barking at him. Because what went through my mind was this dog wouldn't shut the fuck up for like 3 days. He went out there, kapow. He did a fucking Joe Pesci and My Cousin Vinny to the owl. Just the fuck is that? Boo, 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 boo. Shot like 3 dogs. Shit. That's what I went. That's what went through my head.
So look here. This is essentially what was reported, and let me turn down the opacity. Turn opacity. The fucking light. Which one is it? This one here. You can see it there.
Animal
It says
cruelty charge.
Tyrese Gibson wanted an animal cruelty charge in Atlanta after neighbor's dog killed. Police said.
Okay.
That's what the fuck it said. And no other information was given. So if the neighbor's dog is dead and he's wanted for animal cruelty, who the fuck you think did?
Yeah. Yeah. But how many episodes are left in Peacemaker?
I don't know. I don't know how many episodes were in season 1.
At least 8.
How many episodes was that Asian woman in that you said?
8.
So then 8 episodes. So there's 2 left. If it's following the same structure.
Well, here's the thing. John Cena, Vigilante, and Abadayo and
Adebayo.
Hardcore have 16 episodes underneath their name. That
So
was
then that's-
episode 6, right?
Yeah, so then there's 2 left.
Yeah, so that means there's 10 episodes in season 1.
No, it's 8 and 8. 8 and 8 is 16.
Yeah. And so if it was only 6 episodes this season and they have 16 under their thing. Oh. All right. I thought that counted like now. Like, well, there's only been 16 episodes altogether now,
Yeah.
so it's like, all
No.
right, so there was 10 in the first season,
Yo.
but all right, there's actually a season breakdown. There's 8, yeah.
Let this be known. I'm a fucking art major. Math has never been my strong suit. Let this be known. My math was more mathing in this
No.
particular moment.
Both of our math was correct. The problem was the equations that we used was wrong. That's the thing, because I'm like, all right, he's in 16 episodes. That was the 6th episode. If there's 10, so that means there's 10 the first season. And then there's 6 this one, so that means there's 4 episodes left because there's 10. Then I clicked on the episodes, like, all right, season 1 there's 8, season 2 there's 8. So
But we just said that there was 8 episodes in season 1. So you can't add 2 more just because they said it's 16.
yeah, but that maybe those people weren't in fucking 2 episodes. Shit, it makes it even worse. Judo Master's real name is Nut Lee.
Is what?
Nut Lee. NHUT. LE.
That's not nut.
What is that?
Nuit? Nuin Lee? It's
up.
different pronunciations of how they. You put in a pronouncing thing?
Not.
Say it again.
Not.
Nahat.
Not.
Nut.
Not.
Nut.
Newt. Newt. Newt.
Not.
There's like 15 different audio shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note,
He
We
was
got
in Raven's
sports.
house?
Huh?
Wait. He was in the fucking Raven Simone team?
sure. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
we got sports coming up tomorrow, wrestling coming up on Thursday, the Toe in the show either Friday or Saturday and or both. Next Tuesday, special edition. It's only going to be show. Toe's not even going to be here. Show's got this whole comic book lockdown on his Show and Toe are going to show up. Well, Toe's going to be here. Show's going to be somewhere.
They say he's gonna show up.
Yeah. And we specifically, well, I specifically said not to talk about this topic because hopefully they'll cover it next Tuesday, but Marvel Zombies.
Right.
And I told Show face to face to fucking watch it. Let's see if he listened.
Good luck. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Peace, everybody.